Welcome back to my piano series. This is VOD 9 on my piano journey. I'm currently sitting on 1,505.4 hours playing, and I'm feeling pretty good during the session. And this is just going to be a whole lot more ice skaters grinding. Right now, my objective is just to internalize and learn the whole song, note and section wise. I'm not super focused on like the dynamics of the piece, like the loud and the softs, but watching this video back, you can really see how long it takes me to process and like play a new section. I feel like the average watcher might be surprised just how slow it can be, but that's probably true for most piano guitar players or any instrument really. But yeah, just jumping straight into it. When I'm playing some of these pieces, I just kind of use them as the warm-up. I don't know if that's the most ideal technique. I do find just playing like scales and chords and stuff to warm up generally quite boring. It's just like I'm not very mindful during those. Like I just kind of tuned out, and then it just becomes like running through the motions, which I guess is just what you're supposed to do when you're playing scales sometimes. But I don't know. I like to try and be engaged during the pieces, because that's the best bit. But maybe I used to use Dearly Beloved as my warm-up, but I've been getting a bit bored of playing that, and it's getting a bit stale. But I'll probably come back to it, because I always do. This session it's only 30 minutes. It's on the shorter side due to some time constraints on that day, but I think it's still okay, because the consistency in playing is probably a lot more important than like session duration. I wonder if there's like studies comparing like 30-minute sessions 5 to 6 times a week versus like 1 hour 3 times a week, and like the differences in like aptitude or ability between them. I'll have to look up some of that and see what I find. It sounds like an interesting idea. I reckon I could probably find like similar studies for like academics, for like maths, or like memory retention for like people who go to like med school, or even learning like history facts or something, or even like physical skill endeavors. I wonder if like many technical sports, whether that's the case. I'll have to definitely look into that. But I think with the session I was feeling pretty refreshed, just because I get to play new material. I think it definitely brings me joy just playing new content somewhat consistently. In terms of like mental health, it can really be like a positive boost, just that like extra creativity. Sometimes I find my playing just improves like overall because of it. But back to the topic of the piece, I think I'm unsure whether to play it softer to begin with and then do some like louder explosive runs on repeat sections to give the piece like a greater degree of musicality. I think that's how, I'm not sure on that term, but it definitely feels awesome to come back to the pattern and then like explode into it. Although I tend to drown out like other sections of the song as a result. But looking back on the old songs I've put out over the last month, I can already identify like where I can improve those pieces. Definitely playing in a more controlled and calm manner would elevate the pieces to a higher level. So I think as I go forward with this song, I'll probably keep that in mind. But to summarize, Ice Skaters is coming along pretty well. I'm close to learning all the material, probably like 70% there in this piece. But in the next like 2 to 3 VODs, I'll definitely be moving into the refinement stage of my practice. And I'll definitely try to incorporate new material in this phase, just so I don't get burnt out and bored like I was a bit during Riku's theme. But I'll probably end it here. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you like my random mumbling and thoughts. I get distracted a lot, but I'm trying to focus on the pace a bit more. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and peace.